BYU Sports Nation, also sideline reporter for BYU TV. Wears a lot of hats out there. He's got a hat on this morning. The good-looking Spencer Linton joining us, man. How's it going, Spencer?
Great, Pete and Taylor. Good to be with you guys. And yeah, when the Masters are in play, even though that happens in April, anytime I can think golf and think warmer weather as I'm sitting here in Utah, like this is my way to happiness and remembering that at some point golf will happen again.
Well, we got good news for you. The Big 12 championship is indoors, and it certainly looks like you guys are headed there. But as far as the overall totality of BYU's season, what makes the Cougars deserving of a spot in the college football playoff over marquee names like Oklahoma, Notre Dame, and Alabama?
Isn't that the loaded question of loaded questions right now? And every BYU fan has an understandably strong opinion in the matter. I think it comes down to a couple of things when you're considering BYU's resume. And the first I'd like to point out is that this isn't just a flash in the pan. We're talking about a program that has won 21 of the last 24 games that they have played. This has been a build from last year. And it's hard for the coaching staff and the administrators when, again, they're in a similar position that they were last year, which is, frankly, on the outside looking in. They're asking, okay, outside of going undefeated, what do we have to do to get serious consideration from the College Football Playoff Committee? Again, like you're 10-1. Your only loss is on the road against the currently ranked number 5 team in the country. Mind you, BYU still held Texas Tech to their season-low offensive output of 29 points and well below what they've been putting up on the scoreboard. So really it takes a mindset of let's zoom out and look at the entire body of work over the last 2 years and what BYU has been building. And now you're looking at a team that has a quality top 15 win over Utah. When you compare the resumes side by side, BYU beats Notre Dame head-to-head in strength of record, in strength of schedule, and the always important win-loss category. Like it's hard for BYU fans to understand why BYU is so much lower than a team like Notre Dame. That's really hard to stomach.
Yeah, Spencer, I'm with you. I would have BYU in over Alabama. I don't think they've been punished nearly enough for that loss against Florida State to start the season. So I'm with you there. I want to take you back to this summer and the change at quarterback. And I'm curious if you could let us in with this fan base. Because of that change and knowing that you're going to end up playing a true freshman in Bear Bachmeier, does this season have any sort of feeling like you've exceeded expectations or a pleasant surprise almost at the success this year, given the change at quarterback in the summer?
Man, what a job by offensive coordinator Aaron Roderick to get Bear Bachmeier ready to be the guy, and a credit to Bear for being ready for the moment, because I went on record several times saying, look, I believe BYU has enough weapons around him for the Cougars to win 8 games this season. I mean, Bear Bachmeier has been a revelation. I pointed this out yesterday. I believe that Bear is the 5th quarterback ever as a true freshman in the last 25 years. Okay, we're talking about 25 years of college football. From the year 2000 to where we sit today, he's only the 5th true freshman to lead his team to a 10-win season. Okay, that is nuts.
Wow.
And listen to the list of the other guys, right? Jalen Hurts, Trevor Lawrence, Aaron Murray, and then a guy named Jeff Godfrey at UCF. That's it. And now Bear Bachmeier. So to say that this has been a pleasant surprise is probably a massive understatement. It's been unbelievable.
Let's move now to Saturday, because you mentioned Kalani Sitake. You know, he is where his feet are. And the next game up is UCF, right? That's at home on 1 p.m. Eastern time on ESPN2. How do the Cougars win and punch their ticket to Arlington?
Yeah, it's always tricky when you are riding high and you just won another big game on the road. It is senior day and Thanksgiving's in the way and potential distractions. I spoke with all 3 of the primary coordinators yesterday and asked them a similar question. How do you get right? What do you do to make sure your guys are dialed in? And they didn't seem to be too concerned because they trust the leadership of this team, the leaders of among the players to be right. And they're saying, look, we we would be worried if we saw fluctuations of this team throughout the season, but we haven't. Like, they're ready to play every game. The one thing they did point out was the bright lights and the added notoriety and the attention of the Texas Tech game may have impacted them a little bit, but they said it was almost a good thing because now we can chalk that up as a learning experience. Okay, let's think about blocking out noise and not getting caught up in all of the hoopla around a game that may have impacted BYU at Texas Tech, that's hard. It's hard not for that to happen when there's so much going on around you. But they have said that was a great lesson for their team so that they don't carry that over and stumble in a game that they should win on paper against UCF. This is a tough draw for the Knights to come from warm, balmy Orlando, Florida to 4,500 feet at the base of the Wasatch Mountains, snow, cold temperatures, earlier kick. BYU should have a mental edge and should have an edge in home field advantage, no doubt about it.
Hey, Spencer, I know we can find you on BYU TV, but what else are you working on? Where else can we find you?
Oh, man. Yeah, the primary portion of the work is on the BYU TV app, BYU TV, BYU Radio. Our national simulcast is BYU Sports Nation, airs weekdays nationwide at noon Eastern and 10 a.m. Mountain here in Provo, Utah. And just launched a podcast with my guy, Jimmer Fredette, on the basketball side. The great Jimmer.
Nice.
Is getting into the broadcast scene. So working on a podcast with him as well. We're about 10 or 11 episodes deep in that. So if you just search From the Logo with Jimmer Fredette, you'll see me there as well. I appreciate the question.
From the Logo and from Provo, Spencer Linton, thank you so much. And that BYU TV quality is as good as any network broadcasting company you will see. So I encourage folks to check that out, get on that app. But Spencer, man, thank you so much. And all things likely, we will see you in Arlington here in a few weeks. But have a great weekend. Have a great Thanksgiving.
Looking forward to it. Thanks, guys.
All right, take care.